Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We are playing Parklife and we've just built this new kind of IT cluster area over here. We are seeing we built this funky looking interchange, which is a single point, or it's an outtake on a single point. At least this seems to be working pretty well. It will get a little bit busy, and I'm kind of thinking maybe to preempt the issues, we should almost immediately make it a two-lane piece, though it doesn't seem to be naturally fitting in there. Also that, so let's anarchy that out and do that, and we'll do another one. Perfect. At least that allows us to, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. That allows it to, not that that's going to help us much, that's just going to alleviate if someone wants to turn from the other side. There's an aggressive driver trying to do that thing there. Potentially we should actually allow the double movement here, but then we can't run these two at the same time anymore. Okay, well, since there's no traffic coming from the other side just yet. Ooh, hang on. Give me this. Okay, so let's do, how do I tie it in there? One there and the other one over there. That's a little weird. Okay, so now, yeah, immediately we're seeing the cars are doing their thing over here. Actually, for a speed, we probably need to just drop the speed back down to, and maybe 60 for this whole piece is probably a little better. That's okay. 60 from this side though. Okay, so hopefully that, why, that's okay. I think that'll hold. Okay, what I want to do now is I just want to see where are we gonna, this thing looks extremely funny. I don't like it. Let's get rid of it. I just don't like it. It just doesn't work here. So we need a bit of a university type space in here. So that's the Nova City High School. That's something like that. Community College. Let's just switch off Anarchy a little. I don't know if I'm too fond of that. Is there anything else? The Modern Technology Institute. I think that's the one we want. So where are we? It fits in quite nicely right over here. So maybe that's what we should do. We should squeeze that one in there. Okay. And then I think what we should also do is we should plan our rail station right in here. So let's have a quick look. So as a bit of a rail station, what kind of rail station will work quite well in here? Something like this gives us a little bit of flexibility in terms of multiple lines that come straight in here. And I'm kind of thinking that spot right there is a good center piece for us. We've got some other stuff. We could do something that's a little bit more sunken, maybe. It'll actually fit in here quite well. And that looks pretty spectacular, to be honest, if we squeeze something like that in there. And that's sunken, right? So that'll be a sunken rail line that we run in there. We could then run it out the other side into a bit of a tunnel. Yeah, potentially that is a bit of a way for us to go if we do that instead. So that looks a little bit more funky. Ooh, where does that, just let me just see. Yeah, as soon as that works pretty decently right there. So if I look at that, right, how does that work? Man, that looks pretty cool. It works pretty well right over here. I may have to fill this area in a little bit, But look at that. How does that go? And then sunken, we can actually run it out through that direction right over there. Ooh, death care. We do need some death care over here. Let's grab some death care, and we probably need a fair bit of probably need a fair bit of, come on, what's the word I'm looking for? Death care and oh, garbage collection. Yes, garbage collection is the other thing we want. So let's grab a bit of a recycling center. We probably need something that's a little larger, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and squeeze it in somewhere close to an interchange over here. I think that spot is probably pretty good area. It's kind of at the interchange. It's a little busy over here. Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent spot. So now there's a piece over there. So now we've got some death care coming in. We've got some garbage that'll be generated. And what I want to do is quickly see about running the rail. Can we do this though and have it run underneath? I think what we could do is we could run it a little. But it'll have to turn into, so we can do that a little, and then it'll have to turn into a tunnel as it goes underneath there and then pop out on the other side. So let's just do that, and let's get that to happen. So let's do something like, say, this. Okay, so that's the tunnel piece right there. And now what we'll need to do is run it up a little bit. Yeah, well, let's get it to go over the top here. We won't tunnel the whole thing. We'll get it to come up. Okay, and now run it a little bit like that. We'll see how that works, and then let's drop it down. Oh yeah, I've just noticed that I haven't been speaking to you for a while now. Okay, so there, we'll drop down the rest over there, and then we'll see about running it towards this side, and then we'll have to run it over the top here again. So let's see about turning it out a little. Okay, something like that, something like, say something like that. And now let's run it, actually let's start by running it from this side. So give me this straight line, get me, why, okay, let's just move that thing a little bit. Okay, so something like that. Grab the rail again, and now we're running it straight through here. Ooh, that's probably a little bit, we probably need to lift it straight away. So grab that again, right underneath there. Okay, now lift about 6 like so. Okay, and another 6 like that, and what we'll probably need to do is Let's just run it straight. See about running it straight there, and what I'll do is I will sort it out a little bit later. So let's see. We'll sort out the power thing. Can we? Is that straight? You know what I want to do? Let's try and get it as parallel as possible with the with this. So grab me this thing. Let's run it at. No, we'll probably need to run it a little further. So let's run it around 8. Ooh, that's the not well. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to delete it anyway. So ooh, not that. Over here is what I want. Okay, so now if we say this thing right here, and it'll be at like 12. That is a pretty decent bridge right there. And now what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna tie these together. So let's just run that one from there into there. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, because of that, it means what we can do is we can start dropping this down a little. So drop that a little bit, and then start dropping this a little. And what we're probably going to need to do is I'm probably going to need to bring this one up a little. Ooh, and that is going to be a little tight for us. Anyway, I think that's not too bad. That is not too bad. That is a little tight, to be honest. So let's let me grab this piece and we'll start raising it just a tad. Okay, something like that. And then what we'll do is we'll just drop this a little to make it a little bit smoother. And is that gonna clip? Oh, it's already clipping this this lamppost. We can move the lamppost, but this truck here is gonna give me a good indication. Oh, it's not gonna clip. So what I'll just do is I'll just move the lamppost. Can I move the lamppost? If I do that, I'm sure I can move the lamppost, right? This piece. Okay, now that's not gonna work. Move it. Just try move it again. I'm sure move it. Actually, hang on. I need to just say what it is that we want to select. Marquee selection, and I'm only gonna go with props, right? So if I do that, decals. So that light is not actually moving at all. Buildings, nothing. Trees, yeah, trees is there. Nodes, ooh, that's not a node. And segments, and none of that's gonna work. Okay, we're gonna leave it there. Gonna be not the end of the world. Oh, we need to just think that we have lost power connectivity here. So probably we should just reroute power a little bit. Give me this pylon right there. Can I drop it down a tad? Something like that. Drop that down a little. Ooh. There we go, and what we'll do is we'll come here and we will connect that straight back up over there. Ooh, that's not good. Let's make sure we connect these back up again, and we connect. There we go. So power is reinstated, and we've got a bit of a rail connection over the top there. Let's get rid of this piece of road right here. And now what we need to do is probably just run this thing over the top and then drop it down. Okay, so grab me my rail connection here. I don't know, guys. What are we saying? let's do a little something like this instead. Something like that. Okay, hang on. Maybe what I should do is actually trim that back a little, and what we'll do is we will see about at what point so if we do something like that, and we do that, we'll see about squaring that away. That is pretty decent, but I'm just thinking I want to just update our pillars over here, and then let me grab the mover tool a little bit, and we'll see about... No, forget about that. I want the selection tool, thank you. And we'll just do a little bit of this. Yeah, that's fairly natural right there. We just need to get a pillar in there, and then that is our connection straight over here. And it's got a bit of a funky little look going over here. The top there is fine. That's fairly natural looking. It's fairly natural looking over there. That is not natural looking at all. I'll just grab me the mover tool over here. So let's raise that up a little. That is much better. That feels like it's almost a perfect bridge straight into there. There's a little bit of a kink right here, so let's just straighten that out a bit. Excellent. I think that works quite well. Okay, there we go. Maybe we're gonna move this a little too. Perfect. That looks very natural curve there. Perfect. Okay, so let's yeah, that's fine. So let's set up the extension of this railway line ever so quickly. Okay, actually not quite what I'm after. Let's go here to there, and let's go to the rail network right over here, train line 1. Let's open that up. Let's see about actually, let's grab our node there. Okay, so that one's running there, and what we'll do is we will add a stop in each direction, and we'll probably need to add another train or two there. So we'll now actually we're going to grab this thing and we'll open up this one, and what we'll say is actually add 2 more vehicles to that mix. So now there's a bit of a train line that'll be operating. This section here does not look too natural to me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of tweak it a little. Tweak it a little bit. See about running that a little bit more. Something a little like that. Yeah, that looks a little bit more. Oof, that does not look healthy in terms of not too bad. I'm not going to fuss with it too much. Okay, so that's it. What we could do is we could add another station in here as we build up this area. So that works quite well. Obviously that'll help shape us. So it's a little unnatural over here the way this thing goes in there. So we'll see maybe how we maybe just tunnel it through and run it straight that way. I think that's probably a fair idea. Okay, let's speed things up a little bit, see how that works. See if we get the train to come over here. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to do was actually get the... So let's get rid of this. So what kind of pillars do I want? I was looking at the... Which ones of these? I can't remember which one I used. Did I use these? Can we... If I do that, how does that look? No, that looks funny. I think it's these AMA ones. Yeah, perfect. So let's just upgrade. That doesn't look too bad. I'm using the... That's okay over there. What I just want to do is upgrade this section here to make use of these AMA ones, so that I can... There goes a bit of a train over there. And there it goes. Perfect. Whoa, tons of people on there. Straight away. Oh, there's a bit of a residential little demand coming in. There's a little spot in there. Okay, now I'm just going to use Mover to just grab one of these, and then we're going to copy it and we're going to place it right over there. Just going to drop it down a tad, like so. So at least now it looks like we're supporting it at that spot right over there. I like it. There we go. The train is nice and smooth running in that area. It's a little tight around there, but there it goes. And how busy is that? Ooh. Tons of people. Can the people get out on this side though? Oh, they can. I like it. I like it. They can get out on both sides. Nice, nice. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I like that. So we could do a bit of a bus station in here at some point to kind of maneuver this area a little bit better. But what I'm kind of thinking is we should try and extend what we can in terms of our just go default, please get rid of that. Okay, so now what I'm thinking is if we do that, and what I'm going to be sure, what I want to do is and just switch off Anarchy, please. I want us to I want us to just fill up some more of our ITPs over here, and I think the right thing for us to do is try and run parallel to this a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty decent. So let's get rid of this one, but we'll run the rest of the parallel right over there, and we'll connect it through there. There we go. That looks pretty good. I like that as a setup. Oh, I just wanted to fill in some more of the IT stuff, or some more of the offices. So let's grab and fill in some more offices. Right over here, over there. We'll run it fairly well alongside these guys. Maybe not that spot. We'll do a little bit more over there. Okay, that's pretty good. Kind of still wondering, we should probably just tunnel it through straight through here, and then pop it up on this side and make it run through there. It is a little tight. We should probably make that curve a little more natural. Lots of people coming off the train. Yeah, a fair bit. And our residential demand is starting to pop up a little bit more. Okay, that's good. this IT stuff is coming in. We are starting to finally see a bit of a drop in what's going on over there. So let's do this section as a bit of a commercial little precinct right in the middle there. Yeah, so that's going to be a pretty decent looking inner city kind of environment. What I'm going to quickly look at is running the rail line underneath here as a bit of a tunnel. Let's just drop that down. Okay. Pop it out over there. Okay, so that's a bit of a rail line underneath all of this. Popping it out over there. What's happening underneath there, whether that's all natural, I don't quite know. But at least we've got the rail line just kind of dashing underneath there and then popping out on the other side. So we can connect onto it over here, maybe run it over here. I don't know. See how we do that. I never actually did the bridge over here, but maybe what we could do is we could do something to tie in over there. That's something we could possibly get to at some point. We're not seeing too much traffic over here. That's actually working fairly well for us. We might go back down to the one lane at some point. How's this piece going? Yeah, we're not getting too much trouble with this. That side is not seeing too much action just yet. Okay, so over here I'm kind of thinking maybe this section right over here is going to be a bit of a residential chunk right there, and also this piece right there. What I'm going to run up here is a little bit of a low density section, say up to say like that. So let's see about if that just kind of covers that a little more. So residential in this area would be pretty good. There, that's starting to pop up. This I feel should be part of a park. Yeah, that's a pretty nice little inner city park right there. It can work quite well. Yeah, the residential stuff is popping up over here quite nicely. There's a little bit of infill commercial just popping up next to the railway line right here, which I'm liking. The other piece that I haven't done, and what we probably should look at, is a bit of a bus station just over here. I'm not going to necessarily set up the bus lines now, but I would like us to be ready for it. So this kind of setup is okay. I can't actually zone on there. Is that close enough? How's that one looking? It can't actually. It doesn't seem to be wanting to do that. To be honest, maybe what we should do is squeeze it in here instead. Let's plop it in there. That's going to be a much better setup right there. So at least now we have got a bus station set up and ready. So now we can do some bus routes as the time goes by. Good. I think this whole thing works quite well, and I'm loving the little design that we're doing over here, and that kind of ties in quite well over there too. What's going on with the water supply? Oh, we've got a little dry section right over here. Anyway, now it should be covered. Residential is slowly starting to creep in, but they're not necessarily getting everything they need, I would imagine. Maybe another primary school somewhere down here, so let's quickly plop in something like that. Yeah, they're struggling a little bit, so maybe a little something like this, a little bit of an elementary school element on there. Yeah, that's gonna work, I think, pretty well. And we will make sure to fill in the rest of this. Yeah, that's decent. We could even do a bit of that. Actually, maybe a bit of that instead. And a little bit of a cluster just over there. A little piece there, maybe a little piece right in there. And that'll be a little bit of a residential precinct in this area. That's pretty decent. How's this? Pretty busy. And this train that's going out of here, I just want to see if that's quite busy. That's almost full. Okay, and how does the station over here look like? Tons of people swarming in. Good stuff. The rail line is really being well utilized. Really, I'm enjoying it. And yeah, so let's quickly put in a little city park over here. I kind of want to just put in a little city park. So let's go city park. And let's do a small main gate. Kind of somewhere over there. And then let's grab this park element. And what we'll do is we'll just kind of expand it a little. Okay, something like this. We may even run it up there. Oh, and maybe around the back over here. I like that idea. So that's gonna be the Empire City Park right over there. So that's our gate. And now let's get a few extra gates. Oh, that one doesn't actually allow the zoning. So what we'll do is we'll put one in there. We may actually squeeze one on the other side so that you can get in on all these sides, and then a little something kind of right over here somewhere. There we go. So let's give me a bit of a pathway. So let's do that. Ooh. No, ground that thing for me. Like so. And then what we'll do is we'll run it just like that. We'll provide a bit of a access there. Do something like this, and now we're gonna just something like that. And now what I want to do is I want to grab the crossing, and we'll just place the crossing in there so you can actually go in either direction. Okay, let's fill up the park a little more. Let's get some of this happening. Okay, do a bit of that. Can I switch off snapping on this? I actually cannot. That is quite interesting. That is really quite interesting. I should be able to. No, I can. I can definitely switch off snapping. So we'll run it like that. Okay, so we're doing a little bit like this. Why is it all of a sudden having some zoning on there again? Oh, and we'll run it straight in there. That's going to be pretty decent. That's okay. We could maybe replace that with a gate at some stage. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's grab another piece. I probably need to put it into this episode fairly soon. Nice. Run that piece in there. I certainly do not want to get rid of this thing. There we go, that's working. So gonna keep that pretty close. That is very tight there, over there. Around this way, around there. You know what, we probably should. Anyway, we might get back to that. Get there, 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 then we'll do okay, and close that piece off. So there we go, that piece is nice and fenced now. Look at the people running through there to get to their places. I'm thinking a similar setup will run to the back of the buildings here. Nice, look at that. Nice big park arrangement right over here. Up to about there, and now it's mainly bridge, so now that will drop down. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do that. Run through there, so we can actually do a little piece right over here. So that's pretty good. That's another, one more section that I need to fence off. So let's do that. There we go. Anyway, a little bit unnatural over here. We may run it up all the way there at some point, but that's pretty much it. So there's the park right there. I'm kind of thinking, can we add some gates in here? If I get rid of these two pieces, I think now I can actually add gates, because I think what happened is this section is not quite working, so no, maybe we can't add gates there. So let's just run the paths. There we go. And should we? I think that's about it. That is fine. Let's just keep that the way it is. So that's a nice little Empire City Park area over here, and it probably needs a few little bits and pieces. So let's grab a bit of a plaza. Ooh, yeah, that section there doesn't have anything. So we'll plop a bit of a plaza over there. That'll get some attention. We'll get a park info booth over here. We'll grab one of these and we'll kind of just plop it in there. We'll see about a park cafe. Maybe over here somewhere. Maybe even over here. And then maybe a bit of a play area. Should we do a few extra paths though? Let's see about doing a bit of a path right like that. And then if we go back to all the stuff, we could have that over there. We could actually give me another piece of path. Right, so, and then grab me another piece over here. Okay, so this is leveled up a little bit. Grab another one right over here. Should we do the trampoline thing? I think so. Let's squeeze it in. Oh yeah, right in the corner over there. And then let's pop in a few of these gazebos basically. Okay, and a bit of the ones with the other color. how's that? So there we've got a pretty decent park running there. And is this earning tons of revenue? Let's have a quick look. Yes, because it's pricey to get there. I don't want to make it this expensive though, so let's just run it at, let's just do 5. Maybe that's a more decent price for these poor people that's going to use it. Excellent. So that the area is starting to fill in quite nicely. I'm still wondering a little bit about the train line over here. This section looks very good. I'm liking the bridge all the way in there underneath and into the train station, working very well. Transport related, we're not seeing too much in the line of traffic. There is of course traffic, but nothing too major. This interchange here is working of course no problem. We're not seeing much action from this side though. We probably will in future if we get something going on this side, but yeah, here we go. That's a pretty decent little almost inner city type of area. I wanted to fill up the rest of this with some residential, but I will come back and do that in the next episode. I think this shape looks very nice like it is over there. Okay, I will do that in the next episode. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've liked it, hit the button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.